dysfunctional vet with a second ice storm. If you look here, you'll notice that this cherry laurel is hanging way down. And here's the driveway, looking horrible. So when the power company came in, if they had anything hanging up above the cab, it took a beating. Over here, you can see this pine tree. It has been treated with a herbicide. It just hadn't taken effect yet. Meanwhile, it's taken a beating. And changing the subject slightly, we have this widowmaker right back here. This is the one that I filmed. And the more of that tree that's revealed, the more scary it becomes. But let's discuss widowmakers of a different type. Here we have a branch hanging down that needs to be trimmed. And if we scan up, you can see all these trees that are hanging over towards the power line. There's two ways that these things can be cut. Let's go over and look at them more closely and discuss what you can do in order to get yourself killed. If you look, you can see that this tree is just under the power line, and it could easily sweep and hit the power line. So let's say that we're going to go and try to cut that little baby, and it reaches up and gets that primary at the top. The primary carries 7,200 volts, or 7,200, yeah, 7,200, 7,200. And that power would travel through the sap of the tree and come down, and it would light you up. And if you want to know what it feels like, I don't think anybody's ever survived to be able to tell you. But the people who have not got a real direct hit will tell you that it's exceedingly painful. So let's look at the trees themselves. If you look, you can see that that tree leans way over. Now if you come over here, and you cut, let me zoom in on this little guy. If you cut on the back side, which is the left-hand view of that tree, it will barber chair. And I'm going to try to demonstrate that for you a little bit later when I can do this safely. That side is under tension, it's pulling away. The other side is under compression. And if you try to cut the side on the right side of the screen, the tree will collapse and compress the blade. It's under compression. And you're going to have to literally cut your saw out of that tree to get it back. So we're going to film this when it's a little safer. Now, as far as reaching this power line is concerned, what I will be doing is I'll be putting a throw ball up there, literally roping the top of that tree, and I'm going to tie it so that it cannot possibly blow in the wind and bring that power down to me so that I can try the Ben Franklin kite routine. Alright, this is a retake. The tree that I tried to cut originally didn't barber chair, but it did something even more dangerous. It snapped back, and unfortunately the video was of not any kind of usable quality. So I'm going to attempt to do that again. The tree that you see has a fairly decent lean. I'm going to move something I just happened to notice was in my drop zone, and then I will cut the tree and we'll see if it will barber chair. And I want to show you what a barber chair is, because when it happens so quickly that if you're in the line of fire, it's over. No human being has the ability to get away from it, and I'm not sure if an animal would either. That is a barber chair. That's what I wanted that other one to do. And if you look where the top of the tree is and you come down to the trunk, that thing is about 3 feet past the trunk. Now that trunk is probably 4 inches in diameter. And as I say, I was hoping that it would barber chair so that I could actually film that and show you. This is why you need to be so careful. The pole saw is listed in another video, and I gave the call numbers and the price that I paid at the time. Just functional that out.